The joy of medal-winning performances at the Olympic and Paralympic Games will cost Sascoc R3.5 million after handing out incentives to the medal winners and their coaches. South Africa won 6 medals at both games, an increase on the return from the last games for the Olympic team, but a decrease of 1 medal for the Paralympic team. Joining me now to chat more on this is Leon Fleiser, who was Team South Africa's Olympic Games chef de mission. A very good evening and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Congratulations.
Thanks so much, Valen. Pleasure to be here.
Were you expecting a total of 6 medals from the Olympic team, or were you quite surprised by that return?
No, we could have got a lot more. Actually, we were quite close in a number of races. You know, Carney was right up there. We were hoping that rowing could do something special, as well as Ashley in the golf and Ashley in the cycling. But still very happy with 6 medals, 100% increase from Tokyo, which is what we promised. So very happy with the medal return.
What do you write that down to?
Obviously investment. We managed to invest in the teams and the athletes only a year before, unfortunately. Otherwise, it could have been better. You know, so we helped the relay teams qualify, and we saw the result with that. And just having athletes really right up there. You know, we had Alan that was absolutely brilliant in the mountain bike. We knew he was right up there, and he showed now, winning the world champs as well. So we knew we were up there and thereabouts. Between 6 and 8 medals is what I was thinking we could get to. And very, very happy that we got to the 6 to double what we did in Tokyo. We know the problems we had leading up to Tokyo, but really much looking forward to LA now with a proper 4-year funded program.
That was the next question. What happens to the OPEX program now and to the funding? Because you will celebrate only a short while the medals, and then the planning begins for America.
Absolutely. The planning already started a year ago. So the already athletes were funded for LA 2028. We're going to sit down now with the federations and put a proper plan together for LA 2028 and Brisbane 2032. But already got our first visit at the end of October to LA, so we can secure pre-games training venues. That was a big plus for us as well, having that in Montpellier before going into Paris for both the Olympic and Paralympic team. So that's really important for us. But yeah, to now have a proper 4-year funded program instead of just a 1-year funded program.
Leon, you yourself are a former Paralympian. There was a report just yesterday in the Sunday Times about 3 former Paralympians and Paralympic champions saying that more needs to be done in the sport. And if you want to look at just the medal count, one would say, what is happening with our disability sports athletes?
The people that are saying that haven't done their homework. If you take a look at where the medals came from in 2000, to where medals are coming from now, there's over 75 more countries participating. Countries are putting a lot more money into Paralympic sport. So the teams are, there's still the same amount of medals with a whole lot more athletes participating. So it's really tough out there. It's not easy like it used to be, where people could just rock up. You got to really invest. Yeah, we need to put more money into parasport. There'll never be enough money, but we have a plan. Remember that 5 medals from Tokyo were not there right now in Paris, with Ntando Mahlangu being injured and Anru Nevea's retiring post-Tokyo. So to get 6 medals and close to the 7, really close to the 7, and a lot of PBs and a lot of African records from the youngsters that are still going to be there for another 4 to 8 years. So we've got a bright future ahead of us.
And I suppose it's also a promising thing that we have sports like bocce as well as para-judo being represented for the very first time. So this is not just coming from, not participation from South African Paralympians, not just in the traditional sports where we're used to seeing medals, being swimming and athletics.
Absolutely. We have 3 new sports, which also included para-triathlon as well. So para-triathlon, para-judo and bocce. Very happy about bocce. It's a very important sport for us. Really happy that the 2 athletes that qualified are in our LA program as well. So very important for us to be qualifying in more sport that we haven't qualified in before. We definitely want to grow representation in those sports as well. So we took 32 athletes plus 4 guides to Paris. and we really want to increase that to around 50 for LA.
The Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture said that he wants to see a team double the size that we saw at the Paris Olympics go to the LA Olympics. Now, we know that it's not just as simple as buying a ticket and getting on a plane. There's a lot of hard work to actually qualify to even go to the Games. What has Sascoc made of that promise? And have you had any discussions with him to see how you can make it a reality?
We haven't had the discussions with him based on that, but it's a possibility that we'll have a much bigger team. 300 could be a bit too much to ask, but if you look, hopefully we'll be qualifying both our football teams. We will hopefully qualify both our cricket teams, as cricket will be in LA 2028. So just on the team sports, if we can back them and get up there, hopefully we'll be around 250 plus. We were budgeting on taking around 310 to Paris, complete team, including officials. But after teams didn't qualify, we ended on 222. So it's a possibility, so I'm not going to say no.